Hello, my name is Rebekah Dwyer. This presentation is my Capstone Project for the Technical Communication Program at Arizona State University. I will present several artifacts and projects that I have worked on in my time here. These projects will show my comprehension of the learning objectives for this major. The first objective is rhetorical knowledge. Rhetorical knowledge is made up of 9 specific objectives. 1. Identify, articulate, and focus on a defined purpose. 2. Respond to the need of the appropriate audience. 3. Respond appropriately to different rhetorical situations. 4. Use conventions of format and structure appropriate to the rhetorical situation. 5. Adopt appropriate voice, tone, and level of formality. 6. Understand how each genre helps to shape writing and how readers respond to it. 7. Write in multiple genres. 8. Understand the role of a variety of technologies, media, in accessing, retrieving, managing, and communicating information. And 9. Use appropriate technologies to organize, present, and communicate information to address a range of audiences, purposes, and genres. The artifact I chose to show my mastery of rhetorical knowledge is a technical editing project I did for TWC 431, Principles of Tech Editing. I had to find a real business that had a document that needed to be edited. I have a contact at Maricopa County Adult Probation and was able to edit their drug court defendant handout. Here we have a page of the original copy, and you can see my editing marks. Part of this class was learning the handwritten editing marks used in copy editing. Although I didn't have to change much of the writing, it was not consistent. Some areas used pronouns, others didn't. This shows my grasp of objective number 4. Objective number 5, the tone had to stay very formal because these are legal, very strict rules to be followed, but at a lower reading level to be able to be understood by defendants. After I edited this document, it looks very cohesive and easy to read. There's a pop of color to bring focus. The headings are all aligned in the same font, and the information is organized well and easier to read. The second learning objective is critical thinking, reading, and writing. This objective has 5 other specific objectives. Number 1, use information, writing, and reading for inquiry, learning, thinking, and communicating. 2, understand that research and writing is a series of tasks including accessing, retrieving, evaluating, analyzing, and synthesizing appropriate data and information from sources that vary in content, format, structure, and scope. 3, understanding the relationship among language, knowledge, and power, including social, cultural, historical, and economic issues related to information, writing, and technology. 4, recognize, understand, and analyze the context within which language, information, and knowledge are produced, managed, organized, and disseminated. 5, integrate previously held beliefs, assumptions, and knowledge with new information and the ideas of others. The artifact chosen for this program outcome is my final paper from TWC 453, Information and Communications Technology in American History. I had to write a paper on a way technology has changed how we communicate. My paper is titled Campaigning 140 Characters at a Time, How Social Media Has Changed Politics. The paper is a little over 5 pages, not including the title page and works cited. This paper was very much about research and finding reliable sources. I used 7 sources, 4 of which were from respected journals. This shows objectives 1 and 2. Not only does this paper show my skills at researching and disseminating information, the topic of the paper itself is about communication and how it has significantly changed starting with the 2008 election. This shows objectives 3, 4, and 5. The third learning objective in the technical communication program is processes. Processes is comprised of 8 specific objectives. Number 1, be aware that it usually takes multiple drafts to create and complete a successful text. 2, develop research and writing strategies appropriate to the context and situation. 3, develop flexible strategies for generating, revising, editing, and proofreading. 4, understand research and writing is an open process that permits writers to use later invention and rethinking to revise their work. Number 5, understand the collaborative and social aspects of research and writing processes. 6, learn to critique their own and others' works. 7, learn to balance the advantages of relying on others with the responsibility of doing their part. 8, use appropriate technologies to manage data and information collected or generated for future use. This artifact is a usability test done for GIT 340, Information Design and Usability. Objective 2 was shown by creating appropriate test questions and finding real subjects to attempt these questions. Objective 5 was shown by the collaborative nature of the assignment. I had to speak with test subjects and use their feedback to write the final report. Objective 7 was shown by making sure I kept in contact with my test subjects in order to schedule a time good for us to get together. The final learning objective is knowledge of conventions. This is made up of 7 specific objectives. Number 1, learn common formats for different genres. Number 2, learn standard tools for accessing and retrieving information. Number 3, learn and apply appropriate standards, laws, policies, and accepted practices for the use of a variety of technologies. Number 4, develop knowledge of genre conventions ranging from structure and paragraphing to tone and mechanics. Number 5, apply appropriate means of documenting their work. Number 6, control such surface features as syntax, grammar, punctuation, and spelling. Number 7, understand and apply legal and ethical uses of information and technology, including copyright and intellectual property. This artifact is a mock grant proposal I completed for TWC 443, Grant and Proposal Writing. Objective 1 is shown because this grant had very specific rules about how the questions must be answered and how long the responses were. My answers in the grant proposal also showed my understanding of objective number 4. Although this was only a mock assignment, I found sources for retrieving ethnic and income facts about a certain neighborhood, as well as made up believable educational guidelines on how to use a community garden in a school. This shows a grasp of objective number 2. Thank you so much for taking the time to view my presentation. My time at ASU was very well spent, and I appreciate any feedback you can provide. Have a great day.